And today's about something going on with the Fantastic Four and maybe Austin Butler. Check it out.
Hi, John. This is Alan. I recently just saw reports that Austin Butler's agents are campaigning him to be the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movie. What are your thoughts on this, and do you think he would actually make a good Human Torch? Thanks. Love to hear your thoughts.
All right. Thanks a lot for saying that in. And of course, one of the biggest topics of conversation, since 2.5, 3 years ago, how long ago was that Disney Investors Day call? But ever since that Investors Day's call, when they first officially said Fantastic Four is coming, one of the biggest pieces of conversation around has been the casting of Fantastic Four. I think, Kevin Feige has kind of said, we haven't cast the movie yet, but I don't believe that's true at all. I think he absolutely knows. I mean, maybe they haven't signed the final contracts, but he knows who is Fantastic Four, I believe. So anyway, a report has now come out that Austin Butler's reps are campaigning and advocating. Let's bring up that story, Jonathan. Are campaigning and advocating for their guy, Austin Butler, to be in the Fantastic Four, specifically as Johnny Storm. Let me address that first. Austin Butler, I think, is likely, if it was my vote, he gets an Academy Award nomination this year for his portrayal as Elvis. I didn't, out of my mind, love Elvis. It had some issues for me, but it's very, very good. It's very good, but none of those issues was Austin Butler. Austin Butler carries that movie, man. Oh, yeah. Like, he is phenomenal in it, and I cannot wait to see his career as he evolves. I'm not sure I see him fitting well in a comic book movie, to be honest with you. Not to say that he couldn't. Maybe he could, and it'd be fantastic. So I don't personally really see him as Johnny Storm, especially ever since Chris Evans kind of set the template, if you will, of the attitude of a Johnny Storm, right? I don't know that that's Austin Butler, but again, he's a great actor. Maybe he could. My main thing, though, is this, because we had a lot of people write in and call in about this story about Austin Butler's agents. Here's the thing. Right now, X-Men and Fantastic Four are probably the hottest commodities right now that people are angling to get cast in. Not to mention, gone are the days when you couldn't get serious, real actors in comic book movies. That was a long time ago. Like, today, they know that's where the money is. That's where you become super popular. That's where you become front and center with the audience. That's where you make a lot of money. And guess how agents get paid? They get paid based on a percentage of what you make. So of course, Austin Butler's agents are angling for him to get one of the most hotly desired, well-paid, roles in Hollywood. Of course they are. But here's the news flash. 95% of agents out there right now are campaigning for their clients to get an X-Men or a Fantastic Four role. Not all of them. Not Leo DiCaprio's, although I'm sure his agents would like him to take that. That's a nice payday. But 90 to 95% of the agents and representatives out there are angling and campaigning to try to get their clients to sing. So to me, this is not really that big of a story. I mean, it's out there. I get it. If he were to get cast in it, he's a world-class actor. I would absolutely be all for it, even though he wouldn't be my first choice, but he's a great actor. All I can ask is that you put great talent in these roles. He's a great talent. So I'd be totally okay with it. But again, wouldn't be my first choice. But again, listen, guys, 9 out of the 10 actors you can think of off the top of your head, their representatives are pushing for them to get roles in the MCU, and in particular with Fantastic Four and X-Men. So it's that. Anyway, Chris, I'm sure your representatives are pushing for you to be in Fantastic Four and X-Men. So I don't know. What's your takeaway from this story?
Well, I'm so glad you brought it up, because that is what all agents do, right? I mean, you know about this. Logan read for Barry Allen back in the day.
That's
where
right.
He was being pushed for Flash. I've read before to be Lucy Lane. Like, they want you to get these roles. Agents only make money when you make money. So of course they're advocating for him to have this. I think he'd be great in this. We obviously first saw Austin Butler really, well, some of us at least, in Shannara Chronicles. So he's done fantasy and action and things like that too.
I liked the Shannara Chronicles, by the way.
This was a fun show. I didn't mind it. I thought it was fun and campy, and it was a fun time. However, I don't know if I see him as a Flash, or not Flash type, excuse me, a Johnny Storm type. But then again, I just haven't seen him play that kind of character, so I'm sure he's capable of it. Some folks in the chat were saying he'd be a great Oliver Queen. I could see that happening. That could be a good one for him, doing that instead, going over to that area of the comic book universe. I'm still pulling for Joe Keery for Human Torch. I think he'd be great. Steve from Stranger Things, he'd be a great Johnny.
Rob, you hear about this? What do you think? Could you see Austin Butler as a Human Torch?
Well, that picture we just saw of him up there on the red carpet, apparently, or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I could see him that way because, look, actors, the fact that Austin Butler at first, remember there was a lot of talk before Elvis came out that he didn't look enough like Elvis?
Yeah. Which, who cares?
When you watch that film, though, he inhabited that role.
He becomes Elvis.
Yeah, and I brought up to you, like, when he's playing, I forget the character's name, but in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the leader of the Manson family.
Doing the devil's business.
Yeah, he was great in that, too. And I think that he could bring a certain, I mean, I only say rockabilly because Elvis. I don't necessarily think Johnny Storm needs to be rockabilly, but if he could have that kind of a rock and roll attitude, it could be interesting depending on how they want to go. And also, if, let's say we do find the Fantastic Four caught in the quantum realm, I mean, he would be great.
He's a handsome dude. Austin Butler's a handsome dude.
As a vintage, like, 60s version of Johnny Storm, and have that sort of, that on the cusp from 50s greaser to 60s radical. I mean, he could be that too. I mean, look at him. That could be Johnny Storm to me. He could actually be Gambit too.
Oh, you know what? He's got a good Gambit look.
He's got a Gambit look, you know. Why not?
I can see that one.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you make of this story that apparently Austin Butler's agents are angling for him to get a Fantastic Four role, but I think all the agents in town are angling for their clients, including him. But could you see Austin Butler? I don't normally do, X actor, X role stuff, but that is the story right now. So I don't know. Could you see Austin Butler as a Johnny Storm, maybe something else? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. This holiday season, the best deal in wireless can only be found at Mint Mobile. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you get another 3 months for free. Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home with eSIM, while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I've been using Mint Mobile long before this holiday deal, and I have to say it is the perfect time to switch. I have absolutely loved using Mint Mobile, and like I've told you guys many times, I am now spending less than 1/3 of what I used to spend under one of the other major mobile carriers. And now with the whole buy 3 months, get 3 months free deal, it's even better. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. Or if you need a new device, for a limited time, get 6 months of free service when you buy a select device and plan. So guys, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months for free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.